are here in front of the home of Bill and Cindy Davis, and joining me is Jane Fanning with Stone Petal Landscape. Jane, thanks for turning on the irrigation today for us.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
the plants love it.
Jane, we have seen your handiwork on a lot of different landscapes that have been featured on the Tulsa Garden Club's garden tour. But this one in particular is just exquisite. Can you tell me a little bit about what y'all have done here in the front?
Well, again, I'll defer to Cindy Davis, a fabulous homeowner and gardener herself, helps make it easy. But we've put around, we had to redo the circle drive in the center using lower maintenance plants, but the green velvet boxwoods, they seem, oh, they're just boxwoods. But her peonies that we helped transplant in between, the boxwoods help show off the beauty of the peony. They make a nice backdrop to let the beauty of the plant material show off.
And they are just about ready to burst open, and will be probably on show for the tour.
You bet, you bet. And then the center was always a problem. We went to the nursery and looked. This was fun. This is a Dobbs frosted.
Okay.
It is grafted on a standard, but I like to lift it. We come in and do some specialty pruning to lift, and it allows you to see through. And she has some fabulous different jonquils that she's acquired that she loves. It's really beautiful when they bloom.
Well, so it's a breathtaking approach as you come across the bridge up to the entrance here. And then you've got a lot of color even with your foliage around the front yard here.
Yes, we do. We introduced some of the junipers, and then we added some Diablo 9 bark that are going to be fabulous in the fall, the beautiful fall color.
Yeah, give you both the color during the early season with the flowers and the foliage, and then go into that autumn color as well. And that's an exquisite Japanese maple over there too as well.
It is. Japanese maples, there are so many different varieties with the lace leaves or the broad leaf. And the trunk structure is what makes it really nice, especially if you can clean them out. And the trunk is just makes it, you know, the branching and the layering.
Well, with this much going on in the front yard, I can't wait to go take a peek at the back. Can we go back there and look?
Absolutely.
Let's head out that way.
Okie doke.
So Jane, thanks for joining me under the umbrella here. It's beautiful, this backyard here. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Well, a number of years ago, met Bill and Cindy Davis, and we had some really severe drainage issues in the horseshoe venue here.
Yeah, I like how the house sort of kind of frames the whole backyard.
It does. It presented some difficult challenges as water was getting into the home. Had a fabulous drainage contractor, Henry Long, who's not with us anymore, but we had trenches from behind you here that went around the entire perimeter, 3 feet deep, 4 feet wide. We had to remove all the plant material.
Oh, wow.
And save it.
And this was a few years ago?
This was about 4.5 years ago.
So,
and put all new drainage in, works fabulous.
And so now it's really working because I see a dry creek bed up there, so that helps kind of utilize the landscape and make it functional as well.
Absolutely.
Well, also looking at the landscape, I see a lot of color. So not just off the flowers, but off of the foliage, we're getting a lot of color. So let's talk a little bit. We've got maple trees, the ginkgo, kind of that limey color from the ginkgo, and also all the hostas and heucheras.
That's right. I think it's really wise to be able to integrate a variety of perennials that can bring lots of color year-round without having to necessarily plant flowers. And flowers is what makes it pop.
Right, definitely.
But they, you know, the lime greens, the reds, the purples, lavenders, you know, and you can get that through the evergreens or through the perennials.
Yeah, so you've got some ferns over here. It looks like, what kind of ferns are those?
Those are the autumn ferns.
Okay.
There's a few Japanese painted, but not too many.
Okay.
The hellebore are fabulous because you get beautiful color in the winter.
Oh, yes, yeah. And they're still blooming, and it looks like we've got some hydrangeas that are going to be coming on pretty soon as well.
And the clematis is coming on well right now. The Angelina, as you see over there and there. The blues with the globosas. The lime green with the highlights arborvitaes. Of course, then the sienna sunrise. nandinas that give you the reds, the rich reds too.
So Jane, we've seen your handiwork on some of the previous garden tours. Tell me a little bit about your style and where you get your inspiration.
Well, I think inspiration comes from all of God's handiwork around. There's so much if we would open our eyes and look. A walk through the forest or walk through other gardens, but I don't know, it comes and just being quiet and listening. But what's really fun is to see all of the different varieties of plants that are available to us, whether it's through all the different perennials. What's fabulous, I was mentioning earlier, was that hostas and heucheras and ferns, during the winter they're dead, but then after a cold, hard winter when it seems nothing is there, they come alive, bursting forth.
Absolutely.
You know,
so
and give bright color.
Yeah,
and then something that you and I were speaking of earlier is when you have this was a green velvet boxwood that had filled in all the way down, kind of full, not much interest. What can we do? The homeowner said, should we pull them out? And I said, no, you can topiary them, limb them up, and it gives it a new personality.
Absolutely. I love that. I love how you've lifted that and created sort of that bonsai effect where you're starting to see some of the trunk of that as well. So
it reveals a good character.
Yes.
And you can do that not just with the boxwood, but with a variety of plants. Well, don't be afraid to experiment a little bit and have a little fun.
I love that. I love that. That is what gardening is all about. And let me say, your experiment is paying off here, definitely. Yeah. Thank you so much, Jane.
Oh yeah, and it's been so awesome. Cindy is a fabulous gardener herself, which makes it a lot more fun.
Absolutely. So, thank you.
And thank you.
We hope you enjoyed this video as part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on the OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.